Damn, my stream is still being an ass. Let's make a little announcement. What's up, Zai stand? Alright. My man Zai's here. I gotta stand. I'm gonna get some water too. Dude, this desk is pissing me off. I tell it to go up and it goes up like 5 inches and then decides it wants to go back down. Oh my god. What's up, Zai? How have you been? I was just about to make a notification in Discord, so I'm surprised you're here so early. Been okay? What does that mean? Like bed? Busy? About to get the little one ready to bed. Oh. Damn, she goes to sleep. Oh no, it's 10. She's going to sleep late. Is she in kindergarten? Right? She's like 3, 4. She watched The Lion King for the first time. Damn, that's big. She's gonna watch that movie like 100 more times. At least. Well, let me know when you go or when you come back or whatever. I'll be around. Now she's gonna be 4 in September. So 4 means, I don't know. 4 means foundation? Is that what it's called? Foundation, I think it's called. Then you go kindergarten and then you start the grades, right? I don't know. I'm not a parent. They start with K4, which is kindergarten for 4-year-olds. We aren't gonna do that yet. Probably homeschool her. Oh, dude, nice. I kind of, if I were to have kids, I probably would homeschool them, but it's a tough decision to make. I just think there's better ways to teach than the way school teaches. Not everyone learns the one way school teaches, you know? There's 350 ways to learn, and some people don't learn the one way you learn in college or whatever, so. Nice, dude. I'm a big fan of that. Also, you get to spend time with your kid a lot more. And you work from home. And you're working on some big things, so who knows? Could be a really good outcome. You auto close this. Alright, there we go. Time to get her to bed. Alright, dude. Well, hopefully I'll see you when you get back. If you get back. I'll show you what I'm working on if you're curious. It'd be good for me to try and explain it. The more I explain it, the more I understand it myself. I figured out a huge issue. Word. Figured out a huge issue for those who are watching. I was running my server locally on my computer, but then going on my phone for the phone app and trying to access pretty much I was trying to access a server that's only local to my computer on another device. So that server really never exists in my phone's reach, in the scope of what my phone can reach, and but it does exist on my computer. So when I did the web app on my computer and connected it to the server, it worked because we're both locally hosted on the same machine. But the second I did host I hosted the application on my computer, accessed it on my phone, but then my phone was trying to access the server, which just didn't work. So we're gonna have to turn the server into it's like a live server using ngrok, which is cool. Ngrok is really cool. Ngrok is really cool. Oops, that's my voice. Let me just damn, I'm so sore right now. Alright, so we're going to cd into documents, code, JS into server, and then node server JS would be the way to do it. Yeah, damn, we're gonna have to do node server JS, right? So run the server. Actually, we'll run the server here, so we'll go cd server. But then here we'll go ngrok http because it's not a secure server, and then we're gonna go 3000. Oh damn, we gotta use this. There we go, now ngrok's running, and that's going to connect to the server running in the bottom here. What's up, Marma? How you doing? I was just messaging a couple people. I'm gonna do more streams more often, and also like long ass ones, just so we can get the watch hours up. I gotta get up to that 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours as soon as possible, and then start doing bigger things. Alright, cool. Let's get started. So we were talking about this game a little bit 2 days ago, right? In one of the streams, or just in voice chat. And I figured out a couple really big issues I was making without realizing it. I was trying to, so this is the best way to explain it. When you run something on your computer, let me lower this a bit. When you run something on your computer, depending on how you're running, well, when you run something on your computer, literally on your computer, like a server, like when you do Node server JS, you run it locally on your computer. That means only your computer has access to it. It's local to your computer and nothing else. And since I'm making a phone app, I'm using my phone, right? So those are two different computers. And I was trying to, how can I explain this? I was trying to access a server that's local to my computer through my phone. So I spent like a couple hours just trying to get it to work, and now I just realized today, while casually talking about it with Zach, that I've been trying to access something that doesn't exist. So hopefully that's the problem, and we could fix it. I'll show you exactly how. There's this really cool program called ngrok. It's like a script you can run in your terminal, and it will take a link you have, like in this case localhost 3000, and it will host it actually on the internet. So that's what you're doing with any project that you work on when you're hosting it on DigitalOcean or whatever, you're doing that. But to set up a whole DigitalOcean droplet or any hosting service just to test my app takes a long time, and it takes some money. I just want to be able to test my app, see if it works, and then fix it up. So ngrok lets you do that for free. I know that's a lot of information, but I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to update this quickly because I haven't used it in a while. And then while that updates, we're going to have to make a couple changes. So this link right here is going to have to change to the link that we get from ngrok. This is ngrok. Please tell me I have to restart just the terminal and not my computer. Otherwise, I just have to do it later. So ngrok, HTTP 3000. Whoops. Perfect. We actually don't need that. And then here we're gonna go into mobile. And we're gonna go into JS RPS, and then we're gonna write expo start. And what's cool is I can actually, if any of you in the stream download on your phone the Expo app, it's on the App Store. It's called Expo. The logo is like a triangle, but kind of an arrow. I don't really know how to explain it. What just happened? Discord just crashed? Well, Discord just crashed, but yeah, all you got to do is a triangle with like the up arrows, and then this thing on the bottom of my screen here, this QR code, you just need to scan it, and the app will actually load onto your phone. So when I'm building the game as I go on stream, I will once in a while allow you guys to actually test it with me if anyone's interested. Just let me know. So I'm going to pull up the app on my phone. It's really cool. It'll actually live update itself and everything. So See, you have my camera open here. See, that's my face behind it. Take my phone, scan the link. Wait for it. There should be a blue button on the screen in a minute. What's percentage are we at? 12%, 35%, 50%, 70, and there we go. We see a blue button in the middle. And when I click that blue button, we should see clicked on the bottom there. So if I spam it, you see the yellow thing going up there at the bottom right, bottom left, right here. So that means I'm clicking and it's going through. But the server, nothing's happening in the server. And I'm sending the server, technically I'm supposed to send the server a bunch of messages and it should be responding, but it's not. So we're gonna go back to our ngrok here. And we have a link here. And that is, and we're host link, which we're gonna throw in our React Native app right here. Yeah, it broke, I know. Give it a second. Alright, so it's built again already. John Hartway, you removed your message. Damn, I missed it. Sorry, John, I missed your message. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. You retracted it. So when I click that, oh, you see that? So that was the problem. If I spam like my phone like crazy, now the server is activated. I knew it. I knew that was the problem. That's great news. So you click, you click, you click. That's amazing. Alright, so that was our problem. I'm gonna tell Zach. Alright, well, let's see if we can. So if I refresh the phone, on the bottom right, we should see client connected and oh, so you see client connected? That might be what I view, actually. I don't know, but. Boom. Look at that. Works beautifully. So, next step is to send a message to the back end and maybe return it to the front end. We have the front end in this page, back end right here. It's super simple, WebSockets. It's just the setup is annoying. What's this? Test.js? Oh no, that is the front end. That is the front end for the web. We don't need that. Alright. So we got our ngrok link. This stuff is good. Socket on connect, I've connected. That's fine. Right now I just have a bunch of console.logs everywhere, but I'll remove them in a minute. Depending on how big this game is, maybe I'll write tests for it. That could be an interesting video. So, I'm just trying to think what would be the first step to do. I don't really want to connect a database yet. I want to play with the rooms, because there's a whole thing you could do with multiple rooms in a WebSocket app. Right here. Gonna have to use rooms, not namespaces. So pretty much we're gonna need a way to track all the rooms in the server and then find a way to see if there's too many people in the room, there's too little people in the room, should we create another one? That's going to be the really hard part. That and just making the app look good, but that especially. Because I've never done this. I've never done rooms before with WebSockets. Maybe Zach has, wherever he is. Alright, well, let's keep going, I guess. I guess the first thing we'd do, what we could just do is make the login and sign up pages and whatever. Since anyways, that's going to be part of the app, and while doing that, we can just test the back and forth communication between the two apps. So, might as well do that. So this whole screen we're looking, is there a way for me to show the phone on the run an Android emulator? Can't start. Expo phone. You working on that chat room? Oh, what's up, Zach? I didn't see your messages. So what I'm going to be working on is the game, the phone game, but it's going to work very similar to chat rooms. I'm just trying to think how to set this all up. That's why I'm like, I keep pausing and thinking. Let's see if I could figure this out. I think what's going to happen is each pair of players will be a room, and each room will run through this workflow of a game. So like the first step would be the scene where the two players like see each other. So let's say you have like a profile picture and the other person has a profile picture, and it comes in to the picture and it's like game maybe like a deep voice, and it says like fight begin or something stupid like that, right? And both I'll do the designs later, but both like profile pictures come in and you're like, oh, I'm against Zach, and then the next screen those things will fade away, and the next screen will be what's it called, the choosing your hands, right? And then the next step after that is the actual fight of the rock paper scissors, and then after that you see who wins. And then the next step is sending you back to the play screen. So there's like this workflow, and each screen will be a message within a chat room. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I have to show it more as I go. What are your dependencies so far? Well, I got 3 different apps, so I'm not sure which one you're talking about, but this one has these right here. I'll give it a second. Then the server pretty much has like 2, I think. 3. Wait, no, that's not the server. That is the web. This is the server. Express and Socket.io. It's pretty simple idea. The front end of it is gonna be the hard part. The actual like mobile design, that's gonna be the annoying part. I want to get a phone simulator up here so I can show you guys what I'm working on. Alright, well, how do I do... Zach, did you work with rooms when... I'm gonna pause this music, it's really loud. Or I'll lower it. Zach, did you work with rooms when you were doing your WebSocket app? Because you said you did a Slack clone. Did you just have one big room and broadcast it to that room, or did you have a bunch of individuals or namespaces? Which ones did you do? Oh damn, I need to install Android Studio. React Native needs some kind of Xcode. Yeah, so if you want to do iPhone on a Mac, you have to have the Xcode simulator, well, Xcode in general, which is like huge ass application, and then within it, it has an iPhone simulator, and it connects. But on Windows, you just do the Android one, which I forget what it's called already. Android Studio. Not a big deal. I already have it on my phone. It's just I want to show you guys at least what's going on. I had channels that broadcast everyone in the channel, and then I had private channels that only broadcast to the auth user. Yeah, so I want to do the private ones, but I don't think I'm going to do authenticate. Well, I don't think there's a reason to authenticate because there's no way to get in these rooms without, like, I don't know. I don't think there's a reason to put authentication. Maybe just for like sorting issues, but each user will have an ID, and then you get the two IDs in a room, and the room fights out, and if one of them disconnects, then the game's over. We're not doing it again. Like, it should be pretty simple. I don't think I'm gonna need authentication because there's not gonna be a way for people to get into other rooms. You know what I mean? Yeah, you agree? Okay. Honestly, I think it's going to be a lot easier doing this with React Native than it would be with Unity. I think designing the game is going to be harder this way, but designing the whole backend and everything is going to be a lot easier because it's going to be mostly Node and Express and Socket.io. Like, doing the Unity way would be a lot more complicated. Like, imagine you like... Think about like putting a limit on how many games you can disconnect from in a day. So if you disconnect over 5 games in one day, you get a 1-day ban, or a 1-day like, yeah, 1-day ban. So all you got to do is just write that simple if statement and make a little number in the database on that person's column. And every time Zach leaves a game, add 1 to his database number. And every time a game is started, check how many numbers he has, you know, like super easy. Android virtual device, yes. I hope I have room for it. Create a project by running that. Well, while that's doing its thing. Oh, Zach, I don't know if you missed it, but what I was explaining to you earlier, that was definitely the issue. Here's a little demo. pretty much just threw up an ngrok thing, an ngrok link. Where'd it go? Little ngrok link here, and yeah, then it just worked right away. Feels bad. Okay, so that thing is going. It's fine. Alright, so might as well start making the login page, I guess. I don't know. It'd be the first thing you run into if you're not logged in already. So I'll just do it now. Login. I guess the login and the other page will be in the same thing. Oops, I didn't mean to put that. What's the name for login and like sign up? Is there a name for that? Like for the two actions, login and then signing in? Is there a name for those? I don't know what to call it. I'm just gonna say login / sign in. Or I don't know. I'm gonna organize this, I guess. Well, you can't have that. Okay, I'll just call it login. Within this, we're gonna have login components, and then we're gonna have the sign. Whoops. Sign up components, and they'll go within. Or you know what? This can be the sign in. This will be sign off. All right, we're good. What the fuck? I want to change the name. That's so weird. Sign in. I guess not. All right, whatever. So that's gonna be one page, the login page, and I don't think I really need to design this, but whatever. Adobe. Music in your mom's basement is fire tonight. You like it? I just picked a random album. What's the album called? Chill Hop. That's better than the usual. Usually you have like 5 good songs and then you have one that's trash. And it's just tedious to go and change it. Conflict in songs. What? Okay, here we go. Pretty chill, pretty hip. Hop. Nice meme. Alright, how do I turn this the other way? Boom. I honestly have no clue how I want to do this, but what do you think? Is there gonna should Should there be like a bar on top here? And then like your, you know, your email address, whatever. Log in, sign up, whatever it's called. And then depending on which one you click, this component will change. This should technically have your like profile picture and your name once you log in. Maybe like hamburger menu for exiting a game, or statistics or options or whatever. That's easy peasy. Game name right here. Definitely when you open the game there should be some kind of like animation. You know, maybe like two hands doing rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and right when they do the before they reveal, that's when the game like opens up. There's something in there, I'm sure I'll figure it out. So this would be, can I type in this? No. What the hell happened to all the lines? They just disappear? Oh, well, that sucks. Is there no way to label things? Oh, damn, that's an artboard. Yeah. Alright, well. That's your login page. Once you log in, you should be brought to the main menu where the top bar stays. So let's get that thing. Boom. Right? Once you have the top bar, you should have a big fat play button. And then, you know, there's gonna be background stuff. I don't know what yet, but that should be pretty simple, just big play. Another artboard. Once you get through the play page, what the fuck? Once you click play, the game will start. Oh, this is the screen that I think will look really cool. Tell me what you think, Zach. Something like my inspiration for the original game, the web one, was like a Pokemon theme. So kind of like how Pokemon fights begin. I think it would do it like this. So like, imagine like this bar comes sliding into the middle, and then like some like crash noise happens, and then both sides change to different colors. So let me see if I could. There's no way I could do it, but let's say the left side is blue, the right side is red. Right? Blue is gonna be always the person playing, and then something like this will happen, like your name here. So like Zach, and your face, your profile picture. That will like slide in, and then the next animation will be the opponent's name with the opponent's picture, and that will slide in. And no matter if you're player one or player, like, no matter what, your face will always be the one that slides in first, and the other person will always be the one that slides in second. And that code is pretty easy to do. But the idea is I'm gonna build the sequence of screens that are gonna happen, and then since it's React, all you gotta do is give it the information it needs. Like, here's player one, their name, their profile picture, and their latest statistics. And here's player two, their name, their profile picture, and their latest statistics. And then depending on which one you are, it will just organize it differently. You know what I mean? Probably name and ID just in case. But like a player object will be sent throughout the game the whole time, and after every round of screen, I guess I'm gonna call that. After every screen, your name and information will be passed on, maybe even held globally if it's necessary. And that should be pretty easy. Like, I've done that before. I think the hardest part is going to be to make it look good and not look like trash. Like having the sounds play on perfect timing and all that. And then being able to test it and have you guys test it. That's going to be cool. What do you guys think? I know I'm getting ahead of myself with all these ideas, but yeah, so after that screen, next one will be the game screen. Yeah, so at this point, the top bar disappears in the screen, right? Because game's been initiated from this round to this round. So then the next screen is going to be a like rock, paper. I already have like the artwork and everything. Rock, a paper, like a hand doing rock, paper, and scissors. And maybe under it, I'll say the names briefly, like that. I don't know. I might do like an animation of them like flying on screen. I don't know. I don't want to make the game too long, because these should be quick games. You should be able to play like 1 a minute or something. Or otherwise, people are going to get bored of it. If it takes 20 seconds to play a game, the animations are going to be cool the first 5 times, and then the animations are going to start getting really annoying because you already know what's going to happen. So yeah, rock, paper, scissors, shoot, whatever. And then there's going to be a little timer in the bottom. Or that's tough. Maybe a sidebar like this and a sidebar like this. And this one will have player 1's picture and their name. And then like a box that says ready or something, or some kind of like check mark. And then the exact opposite on the other side. Oh crap. You know, something like that. I know it's not perfect, but that doesn't matter. Something like that. It has to look good. I don't know yet how I'll do it, but I'll figure something out. And then once that page is done, once you choose your hand and the timer's over, then everything on screen should like swipe to the left and to the right. Everything should just go like make sounds and go like I don't know. You know, swipe off the screen, and then the screen can go like black and white like it did in the original game. So the screen, for those who don't know, so once you clicked what you wanted, like if player 1 clicked rock and player 2 clicked scissors, then when the game was ready to initiate, everything went off screen. The screen got black, and then right before the game started, it did that Pokemon style thing where the screen goes black and white, black and white. So it kind of like flashes in your face. And that's when the game was initiated and the actual fight would happen. And then you watch a little animation where there's a hand here, there's a hand here, this one's holding rock, this one's holding paper. But you don't see that actually. They both start off holding rock. And it goes in the middle, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Like a voice says it. And when you get to the last screen, then the hands are revealed. Paper here, scissors here. I know, it's beautiful scissors. So that's pretty much how the game worked originally. And then last step is, whoops. Very last step. Damn it, what did I click on? Last step was to go back to main screen, and that's it. That's the game. Pretty simple idea, but not very simple to program. Can I move artboards? I cannot. Maybe with this tool. Nope. Oh, and there's gonna be a leaderboard screen, and then like a support us screen where maybe I'll link it to like Discord, and if anyone helps, I'll put their names on it, and probably have like my YouTube channel in there and say like, here's how we made the game, or some crap like that. Gotta rep the YouTube channel, or else this is all useless. What's that? What do you guys think about overall the game? Like, would you play it? Am I about to start something that no one's gonna play? I feel like anyone would play this if it's competitive enough. What's up, K9? Live here now. I was just showing some designs. I just made them now in like 30 seconds of what the game would kind of look like. Just my idea of it, and seeing if anyone has better ideas for some designs. But this would be like the start page. You got your login, your sign up, whatever. The next page is going to be a big play button in the middle with a cool background. You click play, and then you go to a loading screen, and it's going to take like a couple seconds, and then it's going to match you with a I don't want to say enemy. It's going to match you with a, I don't know, competitor, whatever. And your picture is here, your name is here, picture, name. The next screen is going to be rock, paper, scissors. You choose one, and then this box is going to have a check mark in it, and it's going to say, oh, he's ready. And then this one's going to have a check mark in it, oh, he's ready, and then game starts. And then we go into the screen where it goes rock, paper, scissors, and right when it's about to go shoot, it goes shoot, and then you reveal the hand that you have. And then once the game is over, it's going to say like K9 wins, player 2 wins, or whatever. Probably just going to say your name, K9 wins. And then it'll send you back to the loading screen. Super simple. Would you make that with? Are you talking about the designs? This is Adobe XD. It's a nice app. It's free. Works really well. It's cool because it's one of the free Adobe products. It's very useful. It's fast too. Like Sketch would work well and Photoshop would work well, but this is just really fast. You have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tools. They're right there. You don't have to like search for tools and crap. Yeah, it's a pretty cool app. So that's design. Oops. Okay, so we're done downloading that. Give me a second while this thing. Rock, paper, scissors. Hell yeah. They'll send. Obviously black theme. Yes, we want that. Damn, it's a 1 gig. Alright. Give me a second, I'm gonna get water while this thing downloads. Damn, it's gonna take a while. Well, while that loads, we'll keep going. It is hella hot in here. Give me a second, I'll open the window. My laptop looks at me. Android Studio. What made you think we could run that? Yeah, dude, it's heavy. That and Xcode. Xcode is like a 15 gig app for an editor. Well, VS Code I don't think is even 1 gig. Makes sense, you know? But one does compile like C++ and or VS Code is super light because VS Code comes like when you download it, it comes with nothing, and then you install the things you need. Well, Xcode and Android Studio and all that come with everything or a lot of the crap you need. React Native is easier. Yeah, I mean, it depends for what. I'm using React Native to make a game because I think it'll be a lot more interesting for people to click on. Like if I say I made an iOS game with Swift, or I made a Android game with Java, people will be like, all right, cool. But if I say I made a successful game with React Native, then people are gonna come running in like, hey, what? He did that? Really? It's more interesting. It's a different than the usual. At least that's how I think of it. I don't know if it's really true. What's up, German? Dude, I was watching the stream earlier. You're into Redux now? That's awesome. That's fast, too. It's only been like 3 months or something you've been touching React. It's pretty fast. I'm actually using React Native right now. I was thinking about using Redux, but I don't think I need to, and it's gonna complicate it. This is a really simple app idea. It's just thinking of how to get the stuff done is gonna be hard, but the app itself isn't that hard. Thanks, I had a bug. I was working for like an hour. A misspelled user. Oh damn. What's up, Zai? Yeah, German. I spent like, I would say half a day yesterday trying to figure out for some reason why my phone and my server and my computer weren't connecting, but then I realized my server is locally hosted on my computer and my phone's a whole nother machine. So because my phone right now, my phone app that I have right here, you guys can barely see it. There's just one button. That app is being hosted on the computer. That's what you see on the right here. All this. But all it does is host the code and then send it to my phone, and my phone loads the code, and now the app is on my phone. I want to make a change. It tells my phone I made a change, and the phone changes the code that's on the phone. But the app itself is not really on the computer. So I was trying to touch something. I was trying to communicate with the server on my computer on my phone, and that obviously doesn't make sense because it's local. So I was spending all day like, why isn't this working? Trying a bunch of different code, and every Stack Overflow question had the same code, and I was like, this is exactly word for word, like letter for letter, everything I have. Why is it not working? And then I realized that it's not a syntax error. It's just a stupid mistake. That's probably the worst thing you can run into, because if you don't, like, if I didn't catch on to it, I could have spent a week on it. I had like copy pasted the code off of Stack Overflow, and it worked on the web version, because the game I'm making is going to be a web and mobile, and the web version works, but the phone one didn't. I gotta go though. I'll watch later. See ya. Yeah, see ya, dude. Thanks for coming. Dude, damn, there's 6 people in here. Not bad. Alright, well, Android Studio stopped downloading, or is finished, so we can actually get shit done. Alright. Zai, I'm gonna sit soon. You better stay. Alright, well, let's see if this works. No, it still doesn't work. I think I'm just gonna have to show you guys by literally holding my phone up. I hate when it's not even a code problem, just a me problem. Yeah, dude, those are the worst. Because you can't Google about those. Like, who else I mean, I'm sure other people make the same mistakes, but it's not something you usually find on Google. I'm gonna go play video games soon. Ah, dude, it's all good. I just need to keep my stream going for like, what, if we have 5 people? Let me calculate this. But let's do the math quickly. I'll pull this up. So 293 hours right now. I'll explain in a second what I'm doing. I need 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subs to monetize my channel. And I have 300 hours, let's say, watch hours after the stream, and 250 subscribers. Alright? So I'm missing 750 subscribers, which I know I can do a lot easier than I could do 4,000 watch hours. This is a lot of hours. It's 240,000 minutes. It's a lot of time. And if you have one video blow up, yeah, you'll get there quick. But if you have none of your videos blow up, it's a lot of videos to put out. Videos don't even get that much watch hours. It's the streams that do. So, let's see. 4,000 minus 300. And there's 5 of you. Let's say there's going to be 20 people who watch this stream at the end of the day. This stream needs to be 185 hours long for me to get my watch hours. And I need you guys to watch all 185 hours. Well, you need to create a viral video. Dude, it's hard. I've been trying to think of... I have one that might actually do well. In Canada, they added a bunch of drone laws right now. Like huge laws that if you... Like little things that they'll catch you on, that they'll charge you like 5 to 10 grand, depending on if you're a person or a company. So a lot of people are paying like $1,000 plus to go to drone schools, and I did the test, and it's hard, but like I know I could teach it. I know I could teach it for cheaper than these schools. So I've been working on making a course for it. You saw Peter's video on it. Peter exaggerated it a bit with his friend who put like the cones down and stuff, but that's the idea of what would happen. So a lot of people are just not going to fly their drones because they're scared. Like they're just like, this test is going to be too hard and I don't want to do it. Or they're like, I don't want to set up cones every time, and it's just not true. You don't have to set up cones when you're doing a basic operation, it's called. So if you have like a drone like mine, like a small commercial drone, you don't need you don't need to do all the whole like put cones down, check air control, all that. You just need to go on your phone, see if you're in controlled airspace. If not, you're good. If you do advanced operations, which means like drones with like $40,000 cameras on them and everything, then you need to do the whole putting down cones and checking air control and seeing if there's any planes flying over you, and the whole like process. You're gonna go to sleep and you'll leave. Oh, thanks, dude. Good night. You want to make a drone? No, I would love to make a drone if people watch. Like if I so excessive, yeah. If people were, if my YouTube channel was making me money, I would be just making cool stuff all the time. Like, let's build a drone and put my actual camera on it. Like, you know, like let's build like a 20-pound drone and just mount this on it. That'd be super cool. You know, just like the drone flying around with the big camera on it. Is this an all-night stream? Maybe. It's like 10, 11, 12, 11. I mean, I'm gonna be up to like 6. Maybe I'll leave it on. I think if I did one 24-hour stream a week, I'd be able to get my watch hours pretty fast. I want to buy and reprogram it with an ML Python script. Then take a look at the Tello drone by DJI. It's actually really affordable. I think it's only $100 something now. Tello drone. It's not something crazy, like you're not going to be able to put a big camera on it. I was just looking up at how to make a drone. Yeah, you can make a custom drone, but a lot of them, I mean, you can make a custom drone. A lot of them though would cost a lot of money, and you're not guaranteed a lot of things. But I really like this idea right here, the Tello drone. So it's supposed to work with this programming, like it's not language, but it's like very close to a programming language. It's called Scratch. It's meant for like kids like 5 to 15 years old. They do it in school now. It's just like logic based. You don't have to actually write code, but you have like puzzle pieces and you can put them together to make functions and things like that. So you can write Scratch code and put it on the Tello drone and it'll actually fly. But I'm pretty sure there's a way to make it so you can use like C++ or Python. Don't quote me on that, but if DJI did that, I think this thing would blow up. For $100 a drone, look at this thing. Really nice quality. It's got a camera on it. I don't think it's a good camera, but they're pretty small too, so you can like put it in your backpack and take it to a park or something. You need Python? Well, yeah. If they don't do that, you can always build one from scratch with a Arduino or something. Zach, if I stream 24/7, you have to watch 24/7. Or else I'm streaming for nothing. There's a couple of videos of guys making drones with Python. I don't know how many of them have done it with machine learning though. But that's definitely really cool to do with machine learning. If you're interested about cool things with machine learning, you can look into. Zach told me about this. I think it's called AWS Deep Racers. They're like cars that will control themselves. They have like a black line, which is the track, and a camera, and you use machine learning to keep it on the track and everything. I promise not to pay attention 24/7. It's all good. When you're not paying attention, I'll sit down. I think this week I'm gonna buy the, what's it called? the Elgato Cam Link. It lets me connect my camera to my computer, and then I could do 4K streams, which would be insane. Yeah, the drone frame, $10 on Wish, but I got the motor and everything about it. Figure out some sort of image processing for your stream to detect when you sit and then send a message. Hey man, you could do that. Come on, Zai. That's a revolutionary. Maybe like there's this program I use to write scripts for films called Storyline Creator, and it has this one mode called a 30-minute writing session. Not a very not a very cool name, but what it does is it sets up like a page for you where you could write notes and write a script and everything. And if you stop typing for 3 minutes, it deletes everything you've written. So if you've typed an amazing script for 27 minutes but you stopped, and by the 30th minute or right before the 30th minute it's been 3 minutes that you haven't typed, it will delete the whole thing. It's really interesting. So it kind of forces you to push your creativity to another level. I suck at it. I keep getting my shit deleted. That's why you copy it to your clipboard periodically. I mean, I never wrote anything important to keep in there. I just was testing it. But I try not to cheat it, Zai. I'm not a cheater, okay? Give me a second. It's not cheating, it's motivational winning. Sure. Alright. So K9 said, I think I'm gonna try the I think I'm gonna try the Tello. Just make sure it can be used with Python before you do it. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure you can use Python on it, but I don't want to say anything. You could probably use JS on it, because if you can use Scratch, I think Scratch gets transpiled to JS. So I look it up. I could use Python on 100 Tail. That's awesome. Let's see. You're calling it Trello, like a Trello board, but Trello drone. Python? Yeah, so you can use Python. That's awesome. Let's see what that looks like. Make sure it's not like stupid simple where it's like fly, land, left, right. You know, make sure it's like you're gonna learn from it. Okay, yeah, it's not that simple. That's really cool. You can connect it to the internet. Send a command to the IP address. Will be blocked until the last command receives an OK. That's really cool. Yeah, this is really cool. This definitely would be something cool to do on stream, but probably not going to do it for a little bit. I can add more code on it? What do you mean? What do you mean you can add more code on it? And this camera angle is so weird, I gotta get that Elgato. I can put the camera on an angle that's not super awkward. Wait, I saw you wrote something. I want to start making videos, but I need my own workshop for things I have in mind. Oh yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Most of the stuff I want to do also requires a workshop. I have a lot of tools from my grandfather, so I'm gonna try and make do with what I got, but he's got some good stuff. I really feel like doing something like King of Random, if you guys know who he is, on YouTube. They just make like crazy stuff every day. Like random projects that just do cool things. Kind of videos you would binge on. Alright, sorry, let's get back to this. So, I'm gonna pull up the phone. I'm going to restart the server just because there was some error. So pulling up the Expo app on my phone. Oh. Pulling up the Expo app on my phone. What's wrong? The app just crashed. Hopefully it's not because of my stuff. Alright, well, app's stuck on loading screen. Just stuck on loading screen. There we go. So you see, you just pull up phone camera. That's trippy. Scan the code on the bottom of the screen, and in a minute you'll see up here, building JavaScript bundle finished in 3 seconds. And now when I click press on my phone, you can see that the button was clicked, and then right after it was clicked, the backend received an object, and that object was received through a socket. Alright, let's think. First thing we gotta do is make a login page, I guess. So game.js should be like my main file, I guess. And then everything else will go into that. So every other component will fall inside of that. Yeah. Pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a bunch of pages that technically are all within one page. A bunch of components, like, you know that when you click on like the hamburger thing, usually on a game, like a modal slides in and it says like quit game, options, customization, settings, whatever you want. And then, yeah, when you click on it again, it just slides back in. So that's a component. And the button will only be in certain places, but that component will always be in like ready to pop out. Every component will be on the screen, but it'll be hidden, and the second you click a button to activate it, it will slide in or whatever. So this whole game will be technically a single page app, which is pretty cool. So let's get rid of this. We're definitely gonna have to do a good amount of database work, either later today or tomorrow, and hopefully tomorrow, but worst case we'll do it today. If you guys are enjoying the stream, feel free to like the stream or dislike the stream. You know which one to do, however you feel. Hopefully get that 1,000 hours soon. This song is so good. I want to do a video, so I'm going to be dropping a short film within a couple days, probably tomorrow, and I'm gonna make a bunch of content like all the mistakes I made on my short film, the things I did well on my short film, homemade tools I used on my short film. Because a lot of stuff when you want to make films, like you need like bounce boards, like that thing you see right behind me, right there, that white like big white thing. You guys can only see like a small part of it. I use it to bounce light. So if I'm outside, lights like the ones right that like here won't do much. But if you take an actual board or like aluminum, like this, I have like a big disc that's made of like aluminum, pretty much like aluminum foil. It looks like, and when the sun hits it, and then you can aim it at your actor, you can light them up naturally. So like bounce boards, they can cost a lot of money. That's like Dollarama, or here we have Dollarama. You guys have like Dollar Tree in the U.S. It's like $5 for like a board, and I just put two of them together, and you just like, I don't know, they don't fold up or anything. The expensive ones do fold up. The ones that cost like $150 plus, they fold up and everything. But that was like a homemade piece, and it made a big difference in the film. And you know how usually when characters are acting like in a film and you want to hear the audio they're saying out their mouth, if you can mic them up on their shirts, that's what you do. But if you can't, you have someone with like a huge stick, and they're holding it, and at the end of the stick is a mic, and you're kind of putting it right over the frame of the video. So those boom mics can cost like $150 plus. So I found an old piece of metal that I took from a shovel, like a really big shovel, and then I just made my own little. I took some nuts and I didn't weld them in, but I kind of glued them in, and I made my own like inputs and everything, and the wire went through, and there you go. There's your boomstick. That was like pretty much free because I just found a broken shovel. Just like cool things you could do to make it work. Wait, what did Pocket say? I don't think you need to be a movie person to just appreciate crafting like homemade things. I think people like watching that stuff in general. It gives you a lot of cool ideas. Alright, so button has been removed from the screen. Not there anymore. Oops. Is it still crashing? Oh yeah, because there's nothing in here. So this is going to be our game. I don't know what to call it. Our game object. I don't know if that makes sense, game object, but no, sorry, game class. And we're going to have a function right here called change page. And this function, exactly like what it sounds, it will change the pages within the game. You're gonna have to give it the page name the page that you want, and then it'll change to it. So if like you're on login page and a user logs in and their information goes through, then you can say change page to menu screen or whatever. I'm making a wireframe for this nonprofit. Oh yeah, dude, you got any pictures of it yet? I know you only started today, I think. Yeah, you told me about it today. Oh, I kind of got sidetracked with. I started off talking about that song. Pretty much, I want to make a video to like talking about all the mistakes I made in the film or whatever, and I want to start the video with the song. So imagine like the first like 10 seconds is me doing an intro to the video, like gonna be talking about some mistakes I made, whatever, and then right when the beat drops is when the B-roll starts. So it cuts off of me and goes into like a B-roll of something. So right now I'm talking whatever, and then the beat drops and it goes into B-roll. I missed your message. I was looking up free HTML and CSS so I can make the Django app for the payment. I was looking up free HTML and CSS so I can just make the Django app for the payment. What do you mean free HTML and CSS? What does that mean? I like this. Sounds good. What did you mean by free HTML and CSS, K9? I'm not sure what you mean by that. But I'll be waiting for your message while I keep going. Ooh, I like this. Alright, so that's just gonna be current page. And then within the render, we could just do an if statement. Super simple. Or probably should do a switch case. Kind of like this music. It's very nice. For HTML, CSS templates. Temps. Oh, dude, if you want some stuff, I don't know if they'll apply to your what you're trying to do, but if you go into the Grind Rocket website, that's like my company website, and you go into the store, you got 3 templates here. They're totally free right now. Maybe you can use one of them, maybe you can't. I don't know. This one's my favorite. But like you pretty much get like a theme with it, and maybe that can give you some design ideas. The store still has a lot of work to be done. Like this page is way too blue. Doesn't look very good. Need to fix that. But yeah, they're free, so get them while you can. For free. Unless you want to pay for them. That's cool with me too. But I didn't make those. Those were made by Funny. He offered them to me and I told him they'd be great. That's a lot of errors. It's not a big deal. That's just every time I click save, it refreshes and it brings up the error again. I just gotta like fix this thing on the side here and then the errors will disappear. Yeah, let me know if you're interested. You can get it from the site, and let me know how, like, if the process works. Like, if you're able to log into an account, make an account, get something on the store, put it in your cart, buy it from the cart, or get it for free from whatever. Let me know if that process works, because if not, I need to fix it before I actually make paid products on that site, you know? So, that's so interesting. Won't let me change the title. That's yours? Yeah, that's my site. I've been working on it for the past couple of weeks, trying to make like a serious site where I can post, like, you know, I made a cover letter template, so maybe I can put it up there for like $5-10 or whatever, maybe more, and then people who enjoy my content can at least support me through there while I still give them value in some way. And I got a couple other stuff coming in, like the drone course that I'm making, which I'm gonna make it as a drone course for anyone in the world, but the laws in it are gonna be the Canadian laws, which are very similar to other places in the world. So like someone from the US who's interested in learning about drones and wants to learn how to fly them safely, they can watch that course. And at the same time, you know, it'll support me At least till YouTube decides, at least until I monetize my YouTube channel, and then it'll be a bit easier to keep myself afloat. Because right now I'm not making money, but I'm not making enough to pay for rent if I was living in an apartment. So I gotta get back up to, you know, a good number, comfortable number. Gotta start posting more videos, stream more, just grind more. Gotta get on that grind. Alright, so oops. Oops, that goes inside my function. And then here we're just going to render. No, not render. Return our sign-in component. And now we can actually go and make that component, or new file called signin.jsx. I'm not sure JSX files will work actually, so keep it JS for now. And then we could just kind of steal this code, put it here, and then just like delete a lot of the stuff that we're not going to use. Like, oh crap. We'll use a state. We're not going to need this. I'm not going to need this. Not going to need that. But we can make a little little test component. That's finished. And then we go back to game.js, and we're gonna have to import our pages, which will be all within there. So our page that we're doing now is going to be import sign in from signin/signin.js. Boom. Let's delete that. Alright, now that we import all our pages, we should set the state page to sign in. Let's make it capitals. If I go my phone, we're gonna get it. Oh, and it works. See that? Hi. Oh. That's not a big deal. Just close that. See that hi thing? I hope some people are watching right now, or else I'm just holding my phone up to the camera for nothing. But that message is coming from here. So now we just made a component and laid it over our other component. So I think we're 3 components deep right now. We started app.js, game.js, and then a sign-in.js. And game.js will be the whole game, which will then sit in app.js. And then within game.js, we're going to have all the pages. Sign in, and within sign in, we're going to have login and sign up. Then within game.js, we're going to have the play page. This is a bit close to my mouth. We're going to have, what else am I thinking of? All those pages we designed in Adobe XD, that's going to be under game.js. So the first one is the sign-in.js page. And within sign-in, you can log in, or you can register, or you can log in. That's going to be our 2 options. And then we'll have to set up like the whole little process of like, once you make an account, it sends you an email, maybe like confirm the email or something. But that's for the future. Basic bare minimum is to make it so a user can just play a game. Or you know what, just a user sign up right now. Database, which I'll do tomorrow or tonight, I don't know, depends on how long the stream is going to go. That's going to be the big one. The database is going to be a crap ton of work, because everything's going to be set up to have a leaderboard, and honestly it's not that bad. The typical email, password, and hash the password, all that, which I can kind of take from another application I've done. I think the hardest part is going to be the leaderboard. Actually, not really. You just pull up the leaderboard and it shows you the statistics, and when you get off the leaderboard and come back, it reloads it, and that's pretty easy actually. Who's watching the stream right now? We got K9 in here. That's it, I think. If you're enjoying the stream or you're not enjoying the stream, you have a like and dislike button. Let me know what you think. If you dislike, maybe tell me why. Maybe I can fix it on the next stream. let's get started on creating this page. I'll pull up the app on my phone. Sadly, I won't be able to show it to you guys for a little bit. Let's see, is there a way with React Native? React Native, choose orientation of app. So one thing I'm thinking of is, how do I make it so my app is not in portrait orientation, but always in landscape? Honestly, I don't think it's that important. I'm gonna move on. Just build it with what I got, I guess. Don't think it's a big issue. I don't know. Yeah, if you don't want your app changing orientation, I don't think you have to. Pretty sure I could just keep it as is. Alright. Let's keep it going the way it is then. So first thing would be, let's look at the designs. Let's go with the simple log, like 2 inputs, some flex box. Let's not keep it complicated. Yeah, let's just go simple. React Native input fields. Text input. Do I have to do a form? Pretty sure you don't need to do that anymore. So let me lower this a bit. Don't want it to be editable. Max length, let's just say 150. don't even see a text input. Okay, so there is a text input. We'll have to make a box around it or something, but do I want to make external style sheets? Or do I just want to do them on page? What do you guys think? External style sheets, or just make them within that? One's messy, one's not as messy, but let's just start with this. Worst case, change it later. Style sheet's not defined, what? Do I just import it like this? That kind of worked. border color and border radius. That didn't work. Greetings from Ground Real Discord. Oh, hey, Alec. How's it going? Wait, how did you get to hear from Ground Real Discord? Because when you stream on, if you stream on Twitch, Discord lets other people know that you're streaming on Twitch. I'm great, thanks for asking. You doing well? Bueno? You just search my name up and you happened to find me, or you already knew who I was, or... I read the message and... Oh. That would make sense. But then how did you fall upon... How did you find the stream? Did you just search up my name? I wonder if you search up my name, does the stream pop up? Damn, this song's hard. Right click on your profile, there's a YouTube link? Really? You serious? Let me test this. Right click on profile. Oh. On the avatar, yeah, I see what you mean now. Yeah, I'm holding Discord right here. Okay, cool. So you have Twitch on here. And oh, there we go. It opens the browser up. And then YouTube opens the YouTube up. That's really cool. That's awesome. Thanks for explaining. Yeah, so a little context if you're not sure. Oh wait. Right click on your avatar main. Super serious. Yes. Yeah, I believe you. I was just surprised. I didn't think Discord would do that for people. Yeah, so little context on what I'm working on, just so it's not confusing. Sometimes I'm like, I talk out loud to my stream just so I can explain what's going on, but I'm making a game, and instead of going like the usual game dev route of going into Unity or Unreal or one of the, or like Phaser.js or whatever, I'm gonna do the game from scratch. Not scratch, but I'm gonna use React Native. The reason I want to use React Native is because I want to try using something that isn't made for games to make a game and prove that you can. You know, like you don't have to go learn a whole new language to make a game. You could use what you have. Not just to prove that. It's just something that would, in this case, it makes more sense for me to use React. Because I would like to make the game multi-platform. So like right now I'm working on the mobile game. Once I'm done the mobile game, the PC game will be super easy to convert it over. Like it's practically the same thing. And then same thing with converting it to like a desktop app. I think it'd be cool. It's going to be a rock, paper, scissors game. Super simple. If you want to see the designs, they're nothing crazy, but I already made the game a while back when I first started programming. And it wasn't that good, but now I want to make it serious. I'm like, I want to make it an online game. That's where I think it'll be really cool. You know, because it can get competitive within Discord. We can all like play against each other. And then if it really does well, maybe I'll turn it into an open source project for my channel. So anyone can come in and contribute, but I don't think I'm going to do that yet. Because open source is tough, because you got to spend a lot of your time reading other people's code and seeing if it works. Were you also talking about making it bettable? I was talking about that. I don't know if I'm actually going to do that. I was just thinking, how can I make the game... How can the game make me money without making it a paid game? I don't really want to be that... I don't want it to be that game where you open it up and it has like 30 ads for you to watch to just play. I really wouldn't want that. But honestly, I think I'm just going to do the whole thing free and then... Maybe just like just like plug myself and be like, here's my YouTube channel, here's how I made the game or something, you know? But that wasn't the point of it. That's just like, if you can somehow have the game help, might as well. That's awesome. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I think it'd be really cool. I can take you through the design. This is garbage. Honestly, it's like a really simple idea. Just the putting all these pieces together is where it gets complicated. It would be a great draw to your YouTube. Exactly. That's the whole point of all this. I need to get to that 1,000 subscriber goal on top of my head here. Well, not on top of my head, but like all the way up on top of the screen. It says 233, even though that's off. We're at 246 now. Got to get to that 1,000 goal as fast as possible. So this is gonna be a way. And it's just, I love building cool stuff like this. Just for like, I would be doing this for fun, but now I'm gonna just post it online. So this is gonna be a login screen. It's super simple. Any game makes you log in. Ignore these lines. Just log in or register. Like, yeah, just simple. Next is going to be like the main menu, I guess you could think about it. You got your hamburger menu button on the side here that will bring up like a little modal that will like slide into the screen if you want to check out options or whatever, settings, audio levels, all that crap. You got a big fat play button in the middle, and there'll be some animations in the back. And then on top you're gonna have your picture, your name, and probably just the name of the game. Right now I call it JS RPS, like JavaScript Rock Paper Scissors Shoot. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. If I find a cool name, maybe I'll. Yeah, I don't know. So you click that big fat play button, and then boom, you go to the next screen where you load, and it finds you another player because it's an online game. And when it finds you a new player, there's gonna be like this. I want it to have the Pokemon like feel. So your like profile picture and your name are gonna like slide in through the left, and then it's gonna say Alex. Not the voice, but it's gonna say it like, you know, as a word. It's gonna say Alec here, and then your picture will be here if you have a profile picture. If not, we'll have a default. And then another one's gonna slide in on the other side, and it's gonna say your opposing player's name, like Mike, and then Mike's picture. And then there'll be like the slash cut in the middle, and one side will be blue, one side will be red. You know, the very like Nintendo feel to it. Then once that's done, everything's gonna like animate off the screen, and it's gonna like a hand with like rock, next hand with paper and scissors are all gonna like slide off from somewhere. And then you're gonna click on one, and you'll be ready, and the other person will click on one, and he'll be ready. And then from there, the actual game will start. So two hands are gonna, everything's again is gonna animate off the screen. Two hands are gonna come in, they're gonna go rock, paper, scissors, and then on shoot, both hands are gonna reveal what they have. And I already have all the artwork done for the game, which is perfect. So all I really need to do is write the code. Like I could show, actually probably be a good idea to show this on stream. So I got the background for the game. This is from like the original game I made a long time ago. These are the checkboxes, but those are like the hands. I just need to clean them up and make some changes because they have like all this white crap around them. This sounds dope. Yeah, you would play this? I feel like it'd be cool to play just because the animations will be really cool. I know it'll be competitive because there'll be a whole leaderboard system. And I feel like that makes it fun, you know, like a stupid game. Like that's how it always is. Like if Flappy Bird, which was a game that blew up like crazy, had a leaderboard, which I'm pretty sure it didn't. Maybe it does. I don't know. It just makes it 10 times more competitive because you can kind of play against your friends and be like, hey man, I beat you 25 times or something. I don't know. So you got like your hands and stuff. These are the actual hands when they're battling. You got your right hand, your left hand, rock. Yeah, the artwork needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but it's pretty much done. And if I had to redo it, it'd be really easy to redraw this on like Adobe Illustrator. You know, it's not rocket science. I actually reshoot this one, you could kind of see the beautiful art down there. Where's the rock? Yeah, so these like two versions of this hand, this one, these two are gonna like fall into the screen and go rock, paper, scissors, and then whatever you choose will like pop up. I wish I could show that old game, but it doesn't run anymore for some reason. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, it does work. Oh, that's awesome. Alright, I'm posting the link in stream chat for anyone who's down to try it out. So look, click rock, player 1's ready. Click paper, player 2's ready. Click ready, and then it does this Pokemon like flashing thing, and it goes 1, 2, 3. Player 2 wins, yay! I lost. And then your score is counted. And I had a bot which I really wanted to make into like full AI. So once you click play versus bot, the bot chooses its hand. Then you click yours and you click ready. So the bot took over right now. Oh, we both had rock. It's tie. This was like my first project I ever made. It's hilarious. I don't think I ever put this on a resume, but it'd be really funny. So pretty much take this, clean it up, make the animations all nice, and then and make it multiplayer. Make it multiplayer and maybe a bot. And it'd be cool because the bot could be like, the bot would probably be like the first person on the leaderboard, because the bot would be the most played against person, probably with the most wins. It's really cool. Thank you. It means a lot. Multiplayer with leaderboard sounds fun. Yeah, dude, it'd be cool. I know I'd play the shit out of it. Like every like you're making like coffee and you're waiting for the coffee to heat up, pull out the game, choose your hand, or pull out the game, press start, wait for a player, choose your hand, whatever, play against them, and then by the time the game's like, by the time one game's done, your coffee is ready or something. They're really fast. They're like 30-second games, even with animations. See, it brings you back to player screen. This was made with jQuery, and the code is like terrible. There's no loops in this whole application. Every time you see like a flash or whatever, that's not a loop. That's me copy pasting the same line 5 times. That's how early on I made this. It's pretty funny though. Alright, let me close that before it gives anyone a headache. Yeah, so turning this into a multiplayer game, that's gonna be a big yikes. Let me see where Pocket is. I'm gonna send him this link. Okay, let's begin. We got a text input, styles.input container. So I don't remember React Native style stuff, but border color. Alright, so I put border color black. Oh, I need to do border, I think just border. And then it will do, just border width. And then do like 2 pixels. Boom, that worked. Alright, so move the mic. See that little tiny, I gotta get this Android simulator working because I don't want to hold up my phone every time, but just for the sake of this stream. See that box there and the word his under it? So the box is this thing right here, input container, and then that is meant to be hi. This is text. Now there's absolutely no styles, no nothing, but we're gonna add that. Before we add that, I'm going to see if I can make this simulator work so I can actually show you guys what that looks like. Alright, let's see. Android simulator Expo. Open an existing project. I'm going to go to Documents, Code, JS, RPS, Mobile. So what I'm setting up right now is I'm going to have an actual like Android simulator, so I don't need to have my phone with me, and it's going to open up on my computer, and then you guys will actually be able to see the phone live. And what's cool is once the game starts to get developed, I'll actually host it on the internet, and while I'm building it on stream and making changes on stream, you guys will be able to see them on your phones live. So you guys will actually be able to take, you know, your phones that you're holding right in front of you right now and scan a code, like literally with your camera, you're going to scan a code and it's going to open up my game on your phone. And you guys can help me test things like, hey, this isn't working well on my phone and I have an iPhone 5, and then I can fix it up, and it'll be cool. I think it's more interactive like that. You guys get to be more bigger part of the process. Sounds like there's a crap ton of thunder outside. Someone said they need a video idea. 100 project ideas. Gonna send this to my friend here. You're building an Android app with React Native, which is JS, right? Yes, exactly. React Native, well, React and React Native both work off of JSX, which is like JavaScript that looks like HTML. That's what you were looking at, right? Let me close this. Actually, that's what this is right here. So while this looks like HTML, it's not. It's actually JavaScript. That's why there's this here and then JavaScript above it. And then this will, so right now I'm testing it on a phone, and the app I'm testing it through is checking what, what's it called? What OS my phone is using, and it's like, oh, this phone's Android, so let's compile this app or build it for Android. And it goes, and within 3 seconds, it builds it for Android. That is crazy. It really is. And when I'm done the game, like when I'm really done, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to put out version 1 on the App Store. I'm going to run a command that's going to build the app, and it's going to give me 2 folders. One is the iOS version and one is the Android version. But to write them both, I used one language, and a pretty simple language comparing to Java and Swift, which is what I love about React Native. I've written Java, I've written C#, which is similar to Java. I've written Swift. I would much rather do this with JavaScript. I know it's not as powerful and everything, but I'm writing one language for two different OSs. Yeah, it's crazy. Same thing with like apps like Flutter. Flutter is supposed to be even better for this. But I like React Native because there's this thing called React Native for web. So React is a web, like React you use on like for websites and stuff, right? And then React Native is meant for phones. Now there's a thing called React Native for web, which I don't know if it's a library framework. I don't remember exactly. Pretty much what it does is when you make a phone app, you can pretty easily convert it into a web app, which is already very easy, but this makes it even easier. So right when I'm done this phone app, I'm pretty much going to have a web app. And once I have the web app, I'm going to use something called Electron, which works like React Native and React. I'm going to use JavaScript to make a desktop app. So instead of having to learn C++ or C# or Swift, so Swift for Mac OS and C# or C++ for Windows, I'm going to write it in JavaScript, and Electron is going to compile it for two different versions. So with one language, I'm going to be making 5 different versions of an application. And since these all are going to be dependent on one server, so no matter what device you're on, you'll be able to like play the game. Like it won't. The server doesn't care if you're on your phone or on your computer, as long as it's getting the information it needs. It does not care where you're coming from, which is where this thing becomes really cool. So the multiplayer can be cross-platform. Yeah, that's the point. That's what I would like to do. So that's why right now you're like what I'm writing is code for like the mobile app. But if we go to this server.js file, this is currently my server. Nothing interesting, but it doesn't care like where as long as the data comes in, it doesn't matter where it's coming from, or as long as the data is coming in, it doesn't really matter what or where it's coming from, if that makes sense. The server is independent of the front-end application, which is why I can make multiple front-end applications. Technically, I can make one for the Apple Watch, and I can make one for the Apple TV, and I can make one for the Samsung Watch. Anything, as long as they all communicate with the server, it does not matter. Which is why I think this would be really cool. It'd be a really cool like YouTube project, you know? I think people would like to follow along, and then if I can make something like a YouTube video where it's like how I'm talking about the game, and people are like, oh wow, that's really cool, they'll come to my streams, and then more people in my stream, the more watch hours I get, the faster I get to the 1,000 subscriber mark where I can monetize YouTube. See, it's a whole this is a great project in general. Thank you. That's the point. I really want to make these things all year. Just like a bunch of cool shit. And I know people are gonna come in. Like you clicked on it, and you've been here for the past 10 minutes, so I think it worked, right? And I haven't even made the app yet. Because people love seeing progress. People love seeing before and after pictures. The middle they don't always care about, but the before and after they love that. Just like that's how we work. That's why a lot of YouTube videos, series are hard YouTube videos. They're hard to make pop, but the before and after series are usually like the ones people watch the most. It's cool. Alright, I got sidetracked again. Sidetracked. So, let's open that article we had. go to Tools, Android AVD Manager. Tools, AVD Manager. Press the Create Virtual Device. Choose the type of hardware you'd like to emulate. Oh, okay. Well, let's find a Note 9, I guess. Or just, I guess we don't have that option. Oh yeah, you see? So we got TV, phone, Wear OS, or tablet. We have all those options. Oh, Pixel 2 works fine. 1080 times 1080 monitor, 5-inch. That works fine. Boom. Your CPU does not support required features. Okay, well, let's go back, I guess. Pixel 2 XL. Your CPU does not. What do you mean by playing multiple ABD versions in your system can result in error. Wait, is that all you have to do? Emulated performance. I don't really buy it. Okay, so now we should be able to go here. That doesn't work. Select an OS version to load on the emulator, probably one of the system's recommending tab. Change any other settings you like, press finish to create the virtual device. Now you can run this device anytime by pressing play button in the AVD manager window. Okay, so play. Your CPU does not support required features. Unfortunately, your computer does not support hardware accelerated virtualization. Here are some of your options. Have a physical device for testing. Develop on a Windows computer. Well, that sucks. I guess we're sticking on the phone. What I will do though, in future streams where we do have some progress of like the actual app, is I will take a screenshot, or I will figure out a way to take this scannable like logo on the bottom here, not logo, the QR code, and I'll actually allow you guys, so I don't know if you're there, Alec, but if you're interested, you can go on the App Store or Google Play Store or whatever and download the Expo app. I'll show you what it looks like. EXPO. Expo. App looks like this. And you can scan this. Well, when you do go to scan, I'll make a tunnel, but you can scan this right here actually. And the app will open on your phone, and as I work on it, you can actually check it at the same time. That like amazes me. I just made a quick tunnel. I'm gonna scan it on my phone. Is it not working? Well, it's not working. Let's see why. Okay, there we go. No, and there we go. App works. And now every time I make a change, every time I do anything, your phone will reload at the same time. It's really cool. Damn, we've been streaming for 2 hours and 30 minutes. Oof. I wonder if Zach is still here. He wanted 24/7 stream. You still here, Zach? Hello? Oops. He's not in voice chat, so he probably went to sleep. Thank you for subscribing, Alec. I think it was you. But we just went up one. Damn, 247. That's like, if you think about it, it's a lot of people. Imagine like people who have 1 million subscribers, like actually having 1 million, even if half of them are fake. 500,000 people who watch your videos daily or whenever you post. It's a lot of people. Like, you ever been to like a wedding with like 500 people? Just think about that. Yeah, it was you? Well, I assumed, I mean, no one else has been joining the stream. It's about midnight here taking off. Alright, dude, good night. Thanks for hanging out. And thank you for subscribing. And if you enjoyed the stream, you can like it or you can dislike it if you didn't like the stream. I'll see you in tomorrow's stream, maybe tomorrow's video. We'll watch the game progress later. Alright, dude. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Appreciate it. I think just with the people who have been watching for the past 2.5 hours, like if I do a 3-hour stream with 3 people in the stream, damn, that's only 9 hours. I didn't think about that. But if I can get like 40 people to watch through the whole stream, that's the dream. 40, 50 people watching for 3 hours. Thumbs up too. God Expo. Looking forward to future streams. Good night. Alright, dude, good night. Definitely gonna have you use that Expo next stream. I'm probably gonna head out too soon. At this time at night, I'm just ranting and not coding. So a couple issues. That needs to be a thing. Alright, so it's kind of working, kind of not working. This is the problem right here. Or sorry, these two. Yeah, they're not. I'm not sure what else I can do to make this work. I'm pretty sure this works, but this isn't, from what it seems. Now, if we do 100%, what happens? Nothing. It's interesting. Nothing happens. Yeah, I don't know why that won't work. This is why I don't like CSS. It gets really tedious and you just spend 30 minutes trying to fix one little thing. I just need it to work. Yeah, I think I might have to hard code with pixels, but I don't really want to do that because sizes differ. Let's see if we have React Native scale. CSS. Is there a way for maybe React Native, like what's it called? Responsiveness? Responsive design. That's what I'm looking for. Hell yeah. Alright, so we're gonna install this. Stop the client app. Boom, install that. Hopefully it adds it to the package JSON. This one right here. Boom, it added it. Perfect. And here's an example of how you should use it. HP, so height pixels, width pixels. WebSocket connection is no longer valid. If you want to know why, it's because I stopped the server. So restarting the server, pulling out my phone, going back into the app. Pulling out the camera, scanning. The app seems to be a bit buggy, so sometimes you gotta close it, reopen it, pull out the camera, and scan again, and it should work. There we go. Now we'll give it a minute to load, and boom. Got some things on the screen there. Now we're going to import. Ooh, I love these imports, it looks so good. With percentage to DP as WP, and that it looks so clean, like it makes sense. You're importing this and this from the React Native responsive screen package, and then this is going to be called WP and this is going to be called HP, and it just looks so clean. It makes sense. Alright, so now down here we're going to go with WP open bracket, close bracket, and then HP close bracket. Now it's going to go and calculate those sizes. Let's see if it fixes it. Hell yeah! See those two big boxes? It works. Now they're way too big. This is going to be like 8%, I would say. And those 65 makes sense, I think. Font size is pretty small, so it makes sense. Honestly, 8 seems way too big still. 3? Oh. No, actually. Oh, I see. Get rid of this. Alright, so here, keyboard pops out, type in your login information. That's perfect. think another 15 minutes, and then I'll close the stream. 3-hour stream, 1 3-hour stream a day. We'll get that 4,000 watch hours fast. It's doable. What's up, Mr. Non-communicatable? Is that Rev? I'm just gonna call you Rev. Where did you find the stream, Mr. Mold? I'm assuming you're someone called Reveries, just because he just messaged me as you messaged in chat. I could be wrong. Tis Rev. Oi. Check this out. I'm working right now on that game I was telling you about, and while there's not much done, like the app really doesn't look like anything right now. There's 2 input boxes at the top, and you can type in stuff. But I was talking about it to a couple people earlier on the stream when there was actually more people in here. I'm just going through like the design of the game. I'll walk you through it. I think it's gonna be a really fun game if I make it right. It's really simple too. The code isn't that bad. The only problem is making it clean and making it just a proper game. So you have like, your login page, whatever, normal bullshit. Then you go to your menu screen where you have a big fat play button that sits in your face. And you get a little hamburger menu, for your options, settings, whatever you want. You got your profile picture and your name, and maybe the name of the game. I haven't thought about a good name yet. And then when you click play, you go into a loading screen waiting for another person to join. And when someone does join, the theme of the game is almost like Nintendo, Pokemon kind of thing. So you have like your profile picture and your name slide into the screen like this. And like the other person slides in, let's say, and then a big slash cut happens in the middle, and then one side becomes red, one side becomes blue or something like that, and it says like Rev versus Mike, some crap like that. Probably won't say your name, but maybe you'll say like player 1 versus player 2. And then once the game's ready to go, you get into the playing screen where you're given 3 buttons, the rock, paper, and scissors, and you click on one of them, and when you click on one of them, or before the 10 seconds is over, you gotta choose one and, switch between whatever you want. I'm gonna click, let's say, rock, and then it's like a check mark or some kind of indicator will say that player 1 is ready, then player 2 will do their thing, and player 2 will be ready, and then it's gonna go straight into the game. I want it to be fast. I want to be able to play like at least a game a minute. So all this animation, like all this stuff is going to have a shit ton of animations, but all of them need to be fast because this whole process needs to happen within a minute, I think. I think a minute is a fair time. So then it goes into this where these are like the 2 hands. So they, the hands go rock, paper, scissors, and then maybe there's some text on the screen that says rock, paper, scissors. And then the hands reveal, this guy has scissors, this guy has hands, and the game is played. And then it sends you back to the menu. And if that wasn't, if that did all make sense, I actually have a perfect example. I made this game, I made a very shitty version of this game a long time ago. This is my first programming project. And I actually want to use this one as inspiration for this phone game. So here we choose hand, either this player 2 or you can play versus a bot. So I'm going to click play versus bot on the bottom corner where my face is. Let me bring it up. See, there's a play versus bot right here. So I click that, and then I'm going to click start, and it flashes like Pokemon, and it goes rock, paper, scissors, shoot. And then hand reveals, and I won. Bot loses. All makes sense, looks good. I dig the Pokemon. JRPG slash set. Yeah, you dig that? I think it'd be cool like that because that's like I think now that you see this version, I think it might make a bit more sense if it didn't. But I kind of like the cartoon look, you know. And I'm not sure how to monetize the the game. I don't think I want to be able to monetize it because I don't want it to be full of ads. I hate those games. But I might have an ad once every 10 games that shows you like my YouTube channel or something. You know, makes you like watch 5 seconds of a YouTube video. Or maybe what makes you like, maybe it's like interested in learning how to make this game or interested in seeing how this game was made. Click on this button now, and then it sends you like to my YouTube stuff. Lamau microtransactions, those cosmic hand upgrades. That's what I was thinking about. But that's a bit later down the line, having like rings and shit on your hand, or maybe I have the artwork for the arms. I made them. They're not very good. I need to redo them. But imagine like you can choose the skin. Not the skin. You can choose like the T-shirt, like the design on the T-shirt. You can like buy like purple or gold or like one with patterns and shit. I don't know if people would actually spend money on that, so I don't know how much time I want to spend on building a store with secure transactions and all that, but we'll see where it goes. That is a great idea though. But I feel like all the people I know in the Discord are competitive, so it'll be good. There's gonna be a whole leaderboard and everything. That's gonna be my priority. Leaderboard, make the game hella fun. What have you been up to? Except for sleeping. Must be a way to set up orientation. React Native set orientation. React Native default orientation. Okay, so I think you just have to build the app as an actual, yeah, I dig it. I think the idea of directing to your channel for passive use is a smart idea. Awesome. I'm not sure what other way I could, you know, if I can't monetize it, at least, like you said, passive views or any kind of like awareness towards my content. Anything would help like that, you know? Because if you see on top of my head, I'm going to fix it, but right here, what was that? This thing right here, and I'm waving around the screen, it's like a goal counter thingy. It says 233. Needs to be way more than that. How many are we at right now? 247. That's a lot of people. Yeah, so I gotta change this. Oh damn, it won't update itself. Let's see if we could make this work. Streamlabs, OBS, YouTube, sub counter. Honestly, I could do this on my own time. I don't need to do this on stream. It's time to stand again. All right, Zai, you're back. I'm standing. Dude, my back has been killing. Just because Zai's making me stand right after I deadlift or do anything with my back. Alright, let's just set this up for today's stream, but we're at 247 subscribers. Month, let's say in 1 month, in 1 month, at the end of the month, we want to be by 500 subscribers. You need to put that desk to work. You're right, you're right. What do you think? Is it doable? 30, I would say 40 days to get 250 subscribers. Oh god, that's taken me 3 months up to now. That's embarrassing. July subscriber goal. It doesn't auto-update itself. It's so stupid. I mean, there's no way for me to update the counter, so it kind of just sits there until I reset it. Whatever. What the hell? I just want to see something. This is good. Very good. Standing desk actually helped you in any? The idea was impressive to me, but the concept of practice in reality, like putting my feet up while I work. Yeah, I like putting my feet up. Honestly, it's a great idea, but I don't know. Honestly, it's a great idea. It's like it works. Like when I stand and I'm done working, I feel better. But when I'm standing and I'm really trying to concentrate, it's really tough because I'm very. Also, your feet kind of hurt after a point. But I like to swing around and stuff, and I just can't concentrate like that. It doesn't work well. But if I'm on stream and just talking to people and hanging out, I actually quite like it. It makes me kind of more confident to be standing up, not sitting down all crouched. If that makes sense. For streaming, stand-up desk works. I just forget, and that's why Zai, full-time, waits for me to stream, sees that I'm streaming, comes in the stream and screams at me that I'm not standing. He's been doing it since I got the desk. I'll get in voice chat soon. Pocket's in there. I'm gonna go for a 3-hour stream, I think. Oh, we just hit 3 hours. All right, so 3 more minutes, and then I'll close the stream, and I'll be back on tomorrow for another. I think I'm gonna do 3 hours every day. It's a lot, but standing desks have changed my life. Yeah, they really are insane. If you're not working out every day, then I would say stand-up desks really are like crazy for those who don't work. Like for people who genuinely, developers who genuinely like work 10 hours a day and don't go to the gym, go home and just go to sleep or watch TV or whatever. Stand-up desks are amazing. If you work out, it's really hard. Especially if you work out inconsistent as me. You're always sore. Or, yeah, if you're just sore a lot. It sucks. You'll hop once you get your cup of tea. Alright then. Yeah, imagine after like they do that, I'm just after deadlift and I'm like, I'm putting all my weight forward like this on the desk. Yeah, I can't imagine after like that. But if Zai says stand up, you gotta stand up. I don't think you colonials appreciate how important morning tea is. We've invaded countries over the ability to have a peaceful cup of tea. We're just not as cultured as you guys, you know. We don't put the pinkies up. We don't. I mean, we're Canadian, so we say thank you a lot, but yeah, I'm Canadian. What am I talking about? Canadians are super polite. French Canadians are maybe as I would say as bad as Americans. French Canadians, ooh, no thank you. And I'm French Canadian. I don't know, maybe I'm just triggered. That makes sense. Of course it does, it's math. You say thank you and sorry a lot. I say thank you a lot because I want people to feel appreciated, you know? I don't think I say it because I'm Canadian. Maybe the sorry I probably say a lot because I'm Canadian. But the thank you, I genuinely want people to feel appreciated when someone spends 3 hours sitting in my stream. Hey, that's 3 hours of your 24 that you got today and you decided to spend them on me? Like, thank you. You know, that means a lot. And at one point, people are going to be, you know, like the point Josh is at, where he's making money on YouTube. Like, YouTube pays his rent. So people taking that time to watch his shit, they're pretty much assisting him to pay rent. It's not his only revenue source, but you know what I mean. So yeah, of course you're going to say thank you a lot. I mean, depends on who you are. I find people lose that touch though at the higher subscriber counts. Like people in like the 10,000 range are usually like saying thank you all the time. And once you're a celebrity, I can point back and say, used to say thanks to personally. We're just numbers. Yeah, pretty much exactly what I was trying to say. That's what happens. People get big and then they forget about that shit. But I feel like that's part of the game. Like when I started, 5 views was a shit ton. When I got 5 views, I went to bed smiling. And now it's like 50 views is not a lot. You know? And like at Josh's level, 500 views isn't a lot. And like that always grows. So if you ever fall back down to a lower level, it kind of is demotivating. Like I stopped for like 2-3 weeks uploading, and I know I'm going to start uploading again, and videos I want to spend a full day on are not going to do that well. But that's why I'm streaming now, building up the hype again. And then once I'm going to post videos. You aren't getting complacent? What do you mean? Oh man, I had an esports channel, they got like 2.5k subs. One of our VODs has 50k, damn. It had me at high as a kite for a week. Had me as high as a kite for a week. Yeah, but now if you post another video and it doesn't do as well as the other ones are doing, you're gonna be like, oh, no one's watching. That's what I fell into. That's the trap I fell into. I stopped posting for a week, and then when I posted again, I didn't get a lot of views, and then I just kept on like, I'm like, hey, if no one's watching, I'm not gonna make. But then I kind of had to get out of that mentality. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna close the stream, go hang out with some boys in voice chat. I kind of feel like leaving the stream up all night, literally like doing this, popping this out, and just leaving it on all night. I might do that. I don't know. I don't want to piss people off on my channel. I gotta fix this screen. Where's video capture? Boom. Put that alone, right? Hey, Zai, I'm not that type of guy, okay? don't paint me as the kind of guy. Go for it. You can eat some background bandwidth. I'll hop on Discord. All right, dude. If you guys leave the stream open, I guess, then I'll get them watch hours. All right, I'm gonna go get in voice. Zai, you should hop in with us if it's not too late. In the Grind Reel Discord in Pockets Tavern. I'll be there. Hopefully you'll be there. Thank you everyone for watching the stream. If you liked the stream, you can like it. If you didn't like it, you can dislike it. I've been standing, so give me those extra likes. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's stream. Thank you very much for watching. I'm gonna mute myself. Bye.